Assalamualaikum and good day to everyone who is here today and also to the ones who will be watching this video later on. Okay, so I hope you are aware that you are enrolled in English for occupational purposes. Okay, and for that, I will share with you a screen sharing of our Google Classroom. Okay, I will note to everyone here today that my go-to mode is Google Classroom. Okay, I basically hyperlink everything that I do to my Google Classroom. So from my timetable to my scheduling to my deadlines and everything to the Google Classroom. Okay, so definitely the Google Classroom is a link that you can have with me. So not only you have access to your e-class, but at the same time you also have the access to materials that is available on the Google Classroom. I also like the fact that it is actually secure. Okay, so the Google Classroom is secure and I can set for privacy and also deadlines quite easily rather than other platforms. But then again, this is also the ones that I am most familiar with. So I hope that we can work together this way. Okay, so for all of my classes, for English language class, especially because we are here for English for occupational purposes. So I'm just going to scroll through a few of the announcements that I've already made today. Okay, prior to the class, before I invite everyone in, let's see. Hey, hold on. I probably should see the people first. One student. Let's refresh that. It is probably more, but it's just like not refreshed. Okay, so let's just see. There we are. So 22 students are already here. So welcoming Arshad, Aiman, Aina Adlina, Alisa, Ashikin, Daniel, Hazik, Janatul, Kausalia, Khalida, Masturina, Muaz, Nina. I'm gonna need to pick up that phone call. Hold on.
Me.
Okay, I apologize for the interruption. Let's resume. So I was saying hello to just now Muaz, Nina, Nushaira, Nurain, Nurul Najiha, Pavitra, Triilia, Sujitra, and Sujitra. Okay, so Sujitira Srikumar and Sujitra Ravichandra, Shazni Anwar, and also Divya Trasini. All right. Okay, so this is about everyone who has been enrolled for now. Okay, so in our stream of the classes, okay, so let's get through this. First of all, okay, the classroom link is there. Okay, let's bring you to this link where, okay, this is the link where there is a note for all of the subtopics that is going to be covered this semester. You may read all of them, okay, beforehand. This is it, okay. Majority of our course for English for occupational purposes is focused on speaking, okay, and also some of the group works. Okay, so let me just walk through you with the topics. First of all, topic 1A is memorandum and emails. Okay, so for topic 1B, it's business correspondence. So it refers to the official formal letter such as the inquiry letter, the response letter, a complete letter, an adjustment letter, as well as an order letter. Okay, so we will do all types of business correspondence, and following that, there is also the resume writing and also cover letter. Next, principles and types of interviewing. Next, proposal sample, proposal writing, as well as effective presentations. So these are all the topics that will be covered this semester. Topik dia tak banyak, okay, there's not a lot to cover, and albeit the fact that this is English for occupational purpose classes, we will not cover any grammar item, not at all. What we will do is writing and speaking, okay, and even so, speaking would be formal speaking, and even for writing will be formal writing. And this is due to the fact that this is the course that actually prepares you for mock interview, for job interview, mock interview, as well as preparation to writing a cover letter, writing a CV, and also getting you ready to the working world, basically. Okay, if in the previous course, such as professional English, you have learned about formal languages and also languages that you use during meetings. Okay, so for this course, it is for you to use also the subset of the languages that you use in professional English into workspace. Okay, so the notes is there, but I will usually update the practices and also list of questions, and as well as examples of letters and all into the link. Okay, but this semester I've decided to utilize the classwork function, where for the classwork function, I can assign you to weekly tasks. So every week, I will assign you to one type of homework to be done. There will be deadlines, including for the task that I want you to do today. So for today, it will be just a little bit of writing to prepare you. Okay, and before we get to that, let's walk through this document. This is not the scheme of work. It's not the scheme of work just yet, but let me just open it and show it to everyone. Okay, so this is something that I extracted from the scheme of work, which is the topics that we will cover this semester and also when we will learn it. Okay, so I call it a study planner for the subject. So this is English for occupational purposes. As the synopsis goes, it's to prepare students for working environment. So we focus on correspondence, interview, presentation, report, proposal, and interpersonal skills. Okay, we'll see to it. And the study planner, you can download this and make it personal to yourself. Okay, thank you for checking it out. You probably joined it using not your Google account, so we have anonymous hyena and anonymous cormorant there. Okay, so for this study planner, I already put together the week and also student tasks. Okay, basically the topics. Okay, my expectation lah, student task, what you could do. You can download this and set the dates according to the class time that we have and also what we will do on the weekly basis. You can take down notes, you can take down information that you pick up from the session into this study planner, okay? So that you know on week number 1, we will have the topic of introduction, and for week number 2, because this is long semester for February. So we have effective presentation followed by memorandum and email, business correspondence topic. Hold on. Okay, assignment week 3 is too late. Okay, so let's put this at week number 2. Next week, I will start assigning you the assignment. Okay, so it's not yet confirmed the actual instruction just yet. So once I get it, I will deliver it to you. Okay, so by next week lah. Okay, so effective presentation followed by memorandum, and on week number 4 is already the submission and presentation of assignment. If we could not finish by week number 4, we will extend it to week number 5, but hopefully selesai lah by week number 4. And on week number 5, we will have the business correspondence. We'll start writing the proposal, the inquiry letter. Okay, so this is quite a long topic as we will cover a few types of letters. Okay, so you can note down in your study plan which one of the letters that we have already covered, cross it out, and also which one that you have done the practice or not yet done the practice. Okay, so make sure that you do and get writing. Okay, learn to write and learn to make and create business correspondence according to your writing styles. Remember, we do not cover grammar topic at all, not at all. We are already at the level where we are using the language that we have learned so far. So however you produce the sentence, however you produce sentences, paragraphs, so it should be delivered during our class session, okay, for the topic of business correspondence writing. And the next one, after week number 6, we have week number 7. I'll do a project briefing. And the project briefing is in tandem with the topic of cover letter writing. So this is where we start to get a little bit up close and personal, where you will be writing a cover letter. And a cover letter is a letter that a person writes to apply for a job. So we will apply for a job, okay? And for my class especially, this is the practice of the previous semesters as well. We will apply to actual job, okay? So we'll find real job advertisement out there and apply to it. Only that we don't submit it, okay? So we just prepare to submit and we do a mock interview as if we are actually applying, as if we are actually attending the job interview session. So we start with the writing of a cover letter. Okay, so you apply for the job position, request to attend for the interview. Now on week number 8, we will have mid-sem. Now the topic that will be covered is from week number 2 to week number 7. Only from week number 2 to week number 7. So up to the topic of cover letter, those are the things that will come out in the mid-sem. So yang upcoming week number 9 tu tak masuk lah. Okay. Anywho, continuing on from the mid-semester, if I'm not wrong, during this time kita dah masuk bulan puasa, okay, Ramadan weeks, okay. So during those weeks, we will start writing once again up close and personal your actual CV or resume. Okay, so you can start from now. If you have already written a CV or resume before, you can adapt from that, or you can upgrade your CV and resume into something new, into something more modern, something more apt. Or if before this you used a different picture, now you want to use a different picture for your CV, I mean, why not? So update your latest CV and resume. Please write a real one. Okay, do not fake your information. Most of my students actually use what they've learned in this class, like the writing of the CVs and also job interviewing, to apply for internship. Yes, okay, so they do that. Now, do not create a fake CV just for the sake of, creating a fake CV just to submit like a really fanciful CV, because the thing is, it might bite you in the back, because mock interview questions will also be based on the CV. So if you put fake information such as, I can speak Spanish, so you put advanced Spanish language in your CV. So if your interviewer asks you to translate a text into Spanish because you said you are competent, you are excellent in Spanish, good luck, okay? So write an actual CV. Sebab CV ni There's nothing wrong about your CV, okay? Tidak ada CV yang salah as long as it's a CV. Typo is typo, but CV is not wrong because it is a documentation that represents you as a future worker. It's a documentation that prepares you as someone who is competent for the job position that you wanted to go for. Okay, sorry. I kind of promised that I'm not going to do any lesson today, tapi macam dah terjebak sikit. Sorry. Okay, so moving on from the interviewing. Okay, so after the principles of interviewing, so we will actually do the job searching process. We will write the CV, we'll write the cover letter, we'll do the preparation, okay, for the interview. We'll create some practice questions and also situations. And I would like for, before you go for your Aidilfitri break, for you to submit the CV. The CV should be done before Aidilfitri week. Kalau tak, raya sambil buat CV. Okay, right, complete a CV before the Aidilfitri break, okay, and then submit it. Platforms will be informed later on, okay. And after the Aidilfitri break, okay, so we will immediately begin with running out of time. Okay, so right after the Aidilfitri break, we will return for the mock interview session. So during this mock interview, it will be a group interview, okay, and so for each of the session, usually one group will take about 1 hour to finish, depending on the size of the group. I would prefer if the group only have 5 to 6 so that we can cover the 1 hour timeline for the mock interview. If you have more people such as 8, 9 or 10, it's definitely going to be over an hour mock interview. So imagine sitting on a chair for, I don't know, for over an hour, 1 hour and a half. You may remember the time where you answer examination for 3 hours in the Chancellor Hall, or you answer examination. Yes, okay, so it will be that long. So stick to good number of people, because essentially I set about 10 minutes per person. So 1 hour we have 60 minutes. So that's 6 people maximum. So if you have more members, then you will have more time. Okay, we will have to use more time to give everyone good chances to speak during the mock interview. So remember, our course is writing and speaking. Okay, so we have presentation and we have mock interview. So in total, that's 35% on speaking, another 30% on mid-sem. Okay, so the remaining ones is the group work report and also the CV writing. And despite the fact that I mentioned you will do the work in group, majority of the assessment will be individual, especially the speaking part. For presentation as well as for the mock interview, you do it with your group member, yes, but the grading is individual. Okay, so your score during the presentation will not affect other people, and whatever happened on the days, it will not affect other people besides yourself. Okay, grading will be individual for all speaking components. And for the mock interview, it will expand to 1 month, week number 13, week number 14, 15, and also 16. You only need to attend the session once, only once. So if your group is ready to have the mock interview on week number 13, let's go, and you'll be free on week number 14, 15, 16. Or if you want to go second, week 14, then you are free for the first week to practice and the remaining ones. Okay, or if you want to complete your other projects first from your other subjects and do it in the last week, number 16, pun boleh. Okay, so pick a slot, discuss in entirety with your group members as to how do you want to do the mock interview session. In the previous semester, I let the students decide if they want to do a physical mock interview or Zoom mock interview. My answer to that question is If the group themselves decided physically, then everyone must attend physically. No mix up. Tak ada separuh dekat Zoom, separuh dekat kelas. No. So full, right? Or if the group would like to do the Zoom interview, then everyone must be in Zoom. Taklah tiba-tiba ada seorang saya nak buat physical dalam kelas, group member saya dalam Zoom. Tak boleh. Okay, so choose one mode only for the mock interview. Okay, because that is for assessment, and with the assessment, I wanted to have as fairly as possible in terms of how and we do or how we conduct the assessment. So if everyone is on Zoom screen, everyone should be on Zoom screen. If everyone would like to be attending physically, then everyone must be attending physically. Okay, so basically the learning will happen up to week number 7. Okay, sorry, only up to week number 10 lah. Okay, so until the interviewing purposes, and the remaining parts is for you to practice speaking, practice on how to answer mock interview questions and how to communicate during the mock interview session. Okay, so the first half of the semester, I will run through with you on effective presentation, memorandum, email, letter writing, proposal writing, and also cover letters. And then after the mid-sem, we'll start writing the resume, prepare for the job searching process. Okay, then submit the completed CV. So when you come back from a victory break, you can just focus entirely on preparing for the mock interview session. Okay, so that's about it for your study planner. So keep it. If you want to have it printed, by all means, please do. But if you want to keep it or hyperlink it together with your calendar pun boleh, whichever works for you. Okay, and for today's class itself, for the 2-hour session, I would like for you to make sure that you scan the attendance for today. Okay, and also provision for manual attendance, because this is the ad drop week. I will consider also attend as manual attendance if I check in the submission of the introduction essay. Everyone here is already assigned, all 22 of you. Complete the task, okay, for week number 1, which is the introduction essay. Tell me a little bit about yourself. By the way, this is the first question that will be asked during the mock interview. So why not prepare from now? I mean, as you are doing your ice breaking with me and you're introducing to me who you are, let's just prepare. At least this is your first draft, okay, to the question. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Okay, get it ready, answer all of the questions. 10 questions in total. Okay, answer all. Okay, especially macam famous question lah for the job interview, such as name your weaknesses, name your strengths, okay, and also what's your plan in 5 years time, etc. So submit it. Okay, I said it so that I can give you, after you submit, I can give you individual comment. Okay, so no issue, don't worry. Don't worry that other people will read my comments towards your work. Okay, so it will just be an individual comments, okay, to every submission. Okay, so I set it to be submitted 24 hours from now. Okay, so there's a deadline before 4 p.m. tomorrow. Okay, so that will be all about it for the briefing for the class today. I'm going to leave you in the next 1 hour of class to complete the tasks and also to have things downloaded and to have things prepared in your own device for your safekeeping. Okay, so make sure that you are in the Telegram. You already saved my Zoom link. I use the same one throughout the semester. No changes. Okay. And the notes as well as the attendance for today. Don't forget to write the introduction essay for me. Okay, and to the ones who is watching this video at a later time, the week 1 introductory essay is still applicable to you. Make sure that you do it. And I will take account that as a manual attendance if it is within the add drop week. Okay, so if otherwise, none. Okay, so thank you very much. Before I start the Q&A session, I suppose, let me just end the current session and then we'll come back. If there's any queries that you want to clarify with me, we'll talk a little bit more. Okay,